Today, we're counting down 5 places across Greater Seattle where studio rents rank among the lowest, from Seattle's suburb network to nearby South Sound and Peninsula cities. And the number 1 spot is the kind of curveball that makes this countdown worth sticking with. For this episode, we're looking at the Greater Seattle area through one very specific lens: median studio rent. The focus here is monthly rent for studios, so we're not ranking nightlife, schools, commute style, or luxury amenities. We're looking at where the studio numbers come in lowest, using HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026, and counting down from number 5 to number 1. Number 5 is Tacoma. Tacoma lands here, with a median studio rent of about $1,380 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Set along Puget Sound, Tacoma is a port city and the county seat of Pierce County, roughly 30 miles from Seattle and Olympia, with Mount Rainier National Park to the southeast. It also brings a walk score of 84, according to Walk Score in 2026, which adds useful context for renters comparing lower studio rent with day-to-day access. For a large South Sound city with a waterfront identity, Tacoma starts the countdown with a clear rent figure. Number 4 is Steilacoom. Steilacoom comes in slightly lower, with a median studio rent of about $1,370 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. This Pierce County town is much smaller than Tacoma, with the 2020 census recording a population of 6,727, giving it a very different scale within the Greater Seattle orbit. Its walk score is 43, according to Walk Score in 2026, so the rent figure is the main reason it ranks this high. Steilacoom's placement shows how the lower studio rent conversation can shift quickly once you move beyond Seattle proper. Number 3 is Lakewood. Lakewood's median studio rent is about $1,340 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026, putting it ahead of both Tacoma and Steilacoom. Located in Pierce County, Lakewood had a population of 63,612 at the 2020 census, so it brings a larger city profile than some of the smaller entries here. Its walk score is 85, according to Walk Score in 2026, which is one of the stronger walkability numbers in this group. For studio renters focused first on the monthly number, Lakewood makes a strong mid-countdown move. Number 2 is Bremerton. Bremerton drops the studio rent figure further, with a median studio rent of about $1,270 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. It is the largest city on the Kitsap Peninsula, with the 2020 census recording 43,505 residents, and a 2021 estimate of 44,122. Bremerton also has a walk score of 80, according to Walk Score in 2026, giving it another notable urban access signal, alongside the rent figure. Sitting across the water from the Seattle core, Bremerton shows how the Greater Seattle rental picture stretches well beyond King County. And number 1 is Pacific. This is the big surprise. Pacific comes in with a median studio rent of about $796 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Pacific is a city in both King and Pierce counties, located primarily in King County, with the 2020 census recording a population of 7,235. The trade-off is clear in another number. Pacific has a walk score of 0, according to Walk Score in 2026, so its ranking is driven almost entirely by the studio rent figure. Still, for this specific countdown, that $796 number is what puts Pacific firmly at number 1. So, the final ranking is Tacoma at number 5, Steilacoom at number 4, Lakewood at number 3, Bremerton at number 2, and Pacific at number 1. The biggest takeaway is that the lowest studio rent figures in the Greater Seattle area do not necessarily cluster in the city of Seattle itself. And yes, that number 1 result really is the one that made this countdown feel less predictable than expected. What did we miss? Which Seattle area neighborhood, suburb, or specific place would you have put in your own top 5 for lower studio rents? If you think one of these should have ranked higher, or you have a personal pick we should check next, drop it in the comments. If this helped you compare Seattle area neighborhoods in a new way, give the video a like and subscribe for more Seattle neighborhood deep dives. And tell us what topic you want next. Lowest one-bedroom rents, best transit access, waterfront areas, or a closer look at one neighborhood at a time.